Oh, are you here? Gina loves you. Okay. So, Gina made her a pot of coffee. Yes, she did. And we're going to do us a tag. We're going to do the bucket list tag. And it's got a bucket load of questions. And I was tagged by Rhonda over at Spanky Cola. Hi, Rhonda. Yeah. So here we go. Here we go. Gina had another interview today. This is how she looks when she's all businesslike. But when she's in her office by herself, we all know what she looks like. Yeah, I won't get to dress like that no more if I get the new job. It'll be all back to business. So, yeah. Second interview for this job today and working on the third. Okay, so bucket list tag. Have you ever? And every question starts with have you ever? Fired a gun? No. Been married? Yes. 30 years this month. Fell in love. And we all know that story. And if you don't know that story, you might want to take a peek. Yeah. I'll insert a card to my Transformation Thursday a few weeks ago. I went into detail about that. Gone on a blind date? No. Skipped school? I did. Does that sound like Gina? Okay, so I'm an idiot and naive and whatever. Stupid. Yeah, I actually went home and got some money from my mom on my lunch hour, and I didn't go to school in the district that I lived in because we were going to lunch for a kid's birthday, and I actually thought she was going to believe that I did all that and made the lunch and made it back to class. Needless to say, she was waiting around the corner for me to get back to school and watched me park and walk up into one door and out another and then lie to her about it. Yeah, Gina got in trouble. Mainly for lying. You would have thought it would have been for ditching school, but it was mainly for lying because we don't do that. But I did, and I learned my lesson at a very young age. Okay, one of my absolute favorite people on earth is my niece, Cameron Beckett, and the only person that I saw being birthed. Not again. Love her, precious, wonderful, miraculous event birth is. Never want to see that disgusting nastiness again in my lifetime. Yeah, no. And this is from someone who watches Dr. Sandra Lee for enjoyment. Watched someone die. I did. Me and my brother-in-law, David, Cameron's father, were the only ones in the room with my mother as she passed. Everybody else couldn't do it. And couldn't. It was a very long and tedious and tiresome homegoing, and me and my brother-in-law were the only ones in there as my mama went on to the pearly gates. Okay, let's not talk about that again. Haven't read these questions. Clearly, as soon as I saw that, Rhonda told me that she had tagged me in a couple videos, and so I went over and checked, and as soon as I seen it was this one, I turned her video off. So I have not read or seen the questions. Been to Canada? No. Been to Hawaii? No. Been to Europe? No. Been to Vegas? Yes. Been to Washington, D.C.? Yes. As a 7th grader from California to Washington, D.C. for 6 days, 5 nights as a field trip. Yeah, it was fun. 7th grader. Been to Nashville? No. Florida? No. Mexico, no. Okay, have you ever been to the Grand Canyon? And the answer to that would be no. And the hideous part of that is when you're on your way from my home to my sister's home, it is a 40-mile detour off the freeway that you're on to go into the Grand Canyon. 40 miles. Never took the detour to the Grand Canyon. That's just pitiful. Flown in a helicopter? No, I have not. I have never been on a cruise, nor Hawaii. And let's just allude to the fact right now that we are not doing either. And I know that has been the plan, and that has been the plan for quite some time. We're not doing either. Neither one of us had a comfortableness about it. We were just sick about it. Every time we thought about making the reservations, we were just uncomfortable. And so we are not doing either. I don't know what we're doing. We'll probably go to either Monterey or Malibu, Santa Barbara, somewhere on the California coast and spend 3 or 4 days. We will do something. We could go to Tahoe. We love to go up to Tahoe. Have some friends with a home up in Tahoe. Served on a jury. Yes, I have. Not long enough. I want to be one of those people that is sequestered and stuck on a jury for months on end. Yeah, I would do it in a heartbeat. Been in a movie? No. I have not been in a movie myself, but my sister and my 2 sisters and a couple of sister-in-laws and some friends and all of them, they themselves, and I just chose to never go, have been part of NBC and ABC's like the Soap Opera Digest fanfare days, where you go and you sit with one of the stars for the day and for them to sign autographs, and they did that for years and years. I personally never did it because that is just not my thing. I am not fanatical or whatever. Yeah, I'm not. I don't get starry-eyed. They're people. They are people. Both of my sisters are just gaga. Yeah, it's not my thing. Been to Los Angeles? Absolutely. Many, many times. Love LA. Would live down there. Been to New York City? No, I haven't. Played in a band? Now, what do you think? Sang karaoke? I have. Made prank phone call. Yeah. Yeah, we're not going to talk about it today. But I have made a prank phone call before. That's a whole nother video and a whole nother story. Yes, I have. Laughed so much you peed your pants. Oh, my lands. Okay, so no. I mean, maybe, you laugh and you tinkle or whatever, whatever. No, no. Yeah, one of those sisters that I was alluding to just a minute ago. Oh my gosh. We have the funniest Disneyland story ever. Like, ever. And my sister, we get off one of the transit buses and we're telling the story, like reliving the story, and she laughs so hard because of something that my son did. Literally stream peed right there in the parking lot in front of the bus. And that is not the first time. So that's our pee story. Funny. Both times it was my sister. Caught a snowflake on your tongue. You know what? You're going to be shocked at this. I have only ever been when it snowed. Like I drove up to the snow. Because, we live at the foot of the, Sierra Mountains. Drove up there. But actually been in the snow while it was snowing maybe twice in my whole life. So I've never got that, But yeah, I did do that, but I don't have a lot of snow experience. Had a child or children? Yes, one child. He, my precious. Had a pet. Many, many. Have you ever been sledding on Big Hill? Okay, I don't know if they mean on Big Hill like as a place or on a big hill, but yes. Hello, I just alluded to the Sierra Mountains and they're huge. Yes, I have went sledding. Been downhill skiing. I never have went skiing. Been water skiing. No, I've never been on water skis. I've always, been not someone who's going to get on water skis. But we do have jet skis and tubing and things like that. Rode a motorcycle. I have rode a motorcycle. My family is very, very much motorcycle people. My uncle was Ray Huff, and I don't know if you follow the circuit, but back in the day, he was quite famous. And, yeah, my mother's brother. Have you ever jumped out of a plane? Good Lord, no. No. Been to a drive-in movie? Well, heck yeah. That's fun. We loved the drive-in. Matter of fact, our drive-in is still here. I don't know if it still has movies, but it's here. It's a flea market. Up till the past decade, they showed movies there. I don't know if they still do, but I remember as my son was born, so 30 years ago, 28 to 30 years ago, we would go and turn our truck around. We were in a mini truck club and sit in the back, throw a mattress back there, and put the little things in. He would just roam around. Yeah, fun. Rode an elephant? No. Been on TV? I don't think so. Been in a newspaper? Yes. Stayed in a hospital? Oh, Lordy, we're not going to talk about that, but yes, I have. Here's a little thing. Go watch it. I'm not getting into it. Yes, I am a living miracle. Like literally. Donated blood? No, I haven't. I can't donate blood. Gotten a piercing? Yeah. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but my ears pierced. I don't know if that's really. Gotten a tattoo? Never, and I would never. Driven a stick shift vehicle? Of course. Taught my husband. Hilarious. Okay, true fact. We have an overpass in our town that it's a pretty steep overpass, right? Okay, so I drove him, he was, now granted, he's younger than me, right? When we got together, I was probably just turning 18. I might have been 17, and so he's 2.5, 3 years younger. And so he's learning to drive and whatever, and I was like, he had his permit, and I said, okay, let's drive over Briggsmore Overpass, and he looked at me, and I said, yeah, let's do it, right? And he didn't know how to drive a stick. He had a car, and it was an automatic, but her name was Betsy. Anyways, we were in my car, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. And oh my lands, I can't tell you the number of times he killed it, because he didn't know how to drive a stick, and yeah, I took him on the overpass. Let's live and learn. I was mean like that. Live and learn. Driven over 100 miles per hour. I'm going to say probably. I really don't remember exactly. Yeah, I'm going to leave that alone. Probably. If not in the way, way, way past 90s. So that's pretty darn close to 100 now, isn't it? Yeah, yes, I have. I was a terrible, terrible teenage driver. Been scuba diving? No, but I would love to. Hence the story of the hospital stay. I don't know. I don't know if you have to have medical clearance to do things like that. I don't know that they would allow me to do that. I really don't know. Lived on your own? Never. I have never, ever lived on my own. Rode in the back of a police car? No. Got a speeding ticket? I've gotten 2 tickets in my whole life. One, I was in Arizona and I had not been driving for 5 minutes. We were trading drivers, moving my sister from California to Arkansas. I hadn't even been driving 5 minutes, and she didn't have cruise control. And so I could barely reach in her car. So I was driving with the tip of my toe. And I was doing this kind of business, fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow. And finally he pulls me over. He goes, I wouldn't have pulled you over, but you're driving me crazy. And he said, and did you know you hit 90 miles an hour? He said, that's a federal offense in the state of Arizona. And I started bawling. He goes, I'm not going to give you that ticket. He goes, why are you doing that? I said, because I can't reach the pedal. Yeah, true fact. That's all of them. Well, that was faster than I thought. And I tag 3 people. I'm going to tag Tiki 40. I'm going to tag All That Beauty with Lori, Katie and the Bo Peeps, Fit and Fabulous Mamas, Kim and Lori, Fit and Fabulous Mamas. I love you, ladies. I love you all. Okay, gonna go. Bye. God bless.